Okay, what's up, you guys? How's everybody doing? I wanted to just dive into maybe a little bit of different information, even though we're probably going to be talking about SHIB today. I'm freaking cold. Why is it always cold down here? It's insane. But guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Kick, thank you for joining me. If you're not following, feel free to follow or become a subscriber. Help out help me out and help out the growth of the channel and all that stuff. So, let's see. Good morning, DJ Trev. Gonna be in the 90s. Where I am, is it gonna be in the 90s? I mean, it's been 90s all week. Highest has been 99, so it's pretty hot. Yesterday I was mowing the lawn and I was like dying over here. Trying to find a percentage on Jasmy Lockup. So there's no like given percentage on what it's going to be. There's just a bunch of numbers that are flowing around, or floating around. I said flowing around, where people are like, 70% is going to be locked up. Some people are like 50, some people are like 30. And honestly, it's going to be gradual. So people don't know exactly how much will be locked up at those times. But it will be something that happens over time. It's not going to be like, hey, 70% is locked up, it's gone. No, it's going to be a gradual thing to where you see majority of it locked up. Kind of like what you see with, let's say, an example would be staking, right? So if you stake, if you have the ability to stake, a lot of people have the opportunity to do so. They're not going to all do it on the first day, but you might see it happen over time and get to a certain amount. Just like what you saw with, like, say, Terra Luna Classic. Terra Luna Classic has 7 trillion total coins. About 1 trillion is locked up, but it took a while for that to happen. Within like the first week or so, you saw about 500 billion or 600 billion or something like that. And then it started to slowly get to that point. And now it's a year later and you're looking at over 1 trillion that is staked. So it's going to take some time for it to get to that point and fully be locked up. Now, I'm not so sure how long the lockup period will be for everyone. If it will be just a lockup period for a year from when you start, or a year, or 2 years, or a certain amount of time because of that. So we'll definitely get some more information as we start getting closer and closer to that point. But either way, it's not going to be all in one. So not like what AMC is doing. With the dilution and whatnot. Great channel. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. It's 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit here in the UK. It's pretty hot. Like I said, it's been 99 here a couple of days, like 97, 99. It's just hot. It is like summer, but it is over. Yeah, Jasmine will be 10x to 4 cents by 2026. I mean, that's a long way. I see that happening way before then. But really, it all depends on what happens with the bull market and whether we see bullish momentum within altcoins. So I would say yes, but I think it's going to be there, before it. So by 2026 makes sense. But way before 2026 makes more sense for me. Where am I? Why would I check the weather where you are? That would be creepy. I mean, most people try and create conversation that way. It's a nice way to break the ice, right? Like, hey, the weather's going to be 86 in your area. I'm like, yeah, then it's going to be pretty hot. If it's like, it's going to be 86 or 90 or whatever in your area, I'm like, glad I'm not there. Like, what? Should sell my house. Should sell my house and go all in on Jasmine coin. Come on now. That's never an option for any position. Don't sell your house unless it is a dollhouse. Yeah. I mean, that would have to be a valuable dollhouse. I mean, you'll probably get like $20 for it, which you might get some good Jasmine coin there. Is climate change real? You're asking Stardog. Good thing you're not asking me. So you think Shiba will survive? I think Shib will survive. Absolutely. But the crazy thing is I just don't know if people will be able to disconnect Shiba Inu from the ecosystem now. Because like I said in my previous videos, I feel as though people are just seeing the two together, the two that are just tied together, and it just, I don't know. It's a problem. What's up, Tyler Perry? Definitely not that. What do you predict Jasmine to be at 2025? What do I predict Jasmine to be at 2025? So currently it's 2023. I want to see the bull market happen at the end of this year, and I see it happening, or starting at the end of this year, right? Building up to the Bitcoin halving, and hopefully the Bitcoin halving has an impact, because if that doesn't, then I don't know what will. So I see that as kind of a major point, the end of the year, moving into the new year, moving into probably the biggest thing to happen to crypto now. And I could see Jasmine coin doubling in price before then, and then seeing it at a level of maybe another double, so up to 2 cents, which if you see it up at 1 cent, it would be a $400 million market cap. I see it getting to or close to $1 billion market cap before the bull market even really starts. As we're seeing, the build up to that, as we see things start to thrive and more interest in Jasmine coin, and obviously more people talking about it, you can have that level. But again, this is all speculation, because there's so many things that can happen while we see the SEC, continuously attacking crypto and not caring about crypto, even though it would benefit them in a big way. They just keep doing it. They keep attacking cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency projects and places to trade cryptocurrency, the exchanges. It's just all around attack. So once we can get past that, I think we'll really be at another level. So I would say closing in on $1 billion, looking at 800 or 900 million dollar market caps, and you could see what my plan was at like 1 cent to take out about $3,000 and invest it into maybe some other things, or use it to whatever I want to use it for. Chuck $200 into Jasmine, mate. Not your house. Yeah, you don't need your house put in there. It's a couple $100 to get 100,000 Jasmine coin. I think it's a good play. I know that not everybody will find a way to become a millionaire from Jasmine coin, but it gives you the opportunity to do so when you can see the growth potential within it, and you never know what could happen. Like, a lot of people will question, or did question, Bitcoin in the past, but then there were a few people that believed in it, and those few people that did believe in it, it turned out to work out really, really well in the next 10 years for them, because Bitcoin from like 2011 or whenever until we saw it skyrocket up to about 69,000. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Now it's a no-brainer. Like, oh, I should have put money into Bitcoin. I was thinking about putting money into Bitcoin, and something just kept me from doing it. Something way less valuable, way less more valuable than that doesn't make sense, than what Bitcoin ended up being. So yeah. I know for sure, but I was thinking to put $10 and forget after 20 years, maybe I make $100. Ironic price. By the way, Matthew, big respect. I don't need publicity or something like this because I respect you and your content. But I want to share with you my project white paper. It's not finished and still working. Not much to read or etc. But I want to share and say what you think on this. Keep up. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to, hit me up on Twitter. My DMs are open now, so feel free to do so. I go through that all the time, so let me know about it. I'll give it a little read and give you my opinion within the message. Then, not on any type of video. I'll just give you an opinion on there. The season seemed to be shifting. Everything is different from when I was a kid 100 years ago. DJ Trev, I agree. September and October used to be cold and rainy when a kid, and now it's hot and sunny. That is not true. September used to always be hot. I have no idea what you're talking about. I used to go to school and it would be super hot. I mean, I'm only 32, so but still, it used to be hot. That wasn't that long ago, but it used to be hot, and in October it still is cold. It's like it depends. When it starts to get to end of October, it is cold. I know because we go out trick-or-treating with the kids all the time, and it's always freezing. There's a rare chance to where you'll have it warm enough to not wear a coat over your costume, right? So I don't know. I've always seen September as still being hot, but getting to like kind of the best weather you want to have, right? Where it's perfect golfing weather. So probably expect me to be outside quite a bit. I don't want to spend too much money, but I do want to be out golfing quite a bit when it starts to warm up or starts to cool down. I mean, just a little bit. I like the 65 or 70 degree weather with like a little bit of wind. Like that's absolutely perfect. Just a little bit of wind, not too much wind, like because I don't want it messing up my shot, but I want a little bit of wind. Why is the chat box not running? Chat box for some reason is not running. It should be over here. Or maybe it is. It's just not a super fast chat. That's what it is. If it was a faster chat, it would be running a lot quicker. Is this live? Yes, it's live. That beard lineup is fresh. Whoa, thank you. I didn't actually line it up. I feel like it could be lined up a little bit more, but I didn't line it up. My brother lined it up like a couple of days ago. So I appreciate that. Are we going to talk about your DJ Trev was right about AMC never squeezing video? That was the title, right? So the title was that is the squeeze over, right? I still don't think that it's over. I just think that it's going to have less of an impact. And that's what I said in the video. I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but that's what I wanted to discuss was the fact that now, I still think it will have an impact. I think that a lot of the short interest is being hidden behind what we're seeing, in front of our face, what's right here, which is, the dilution, and they're hiding behind that dilution. So I still think that it is there. And this is going to give AMC the ability to recover, but it's not going to have as much of an impact with the dilution. So for people thinking, hey, AMC to $500, AMC to $500 is like a standard price, honestly, because of all the dilution that has happened and potentially more dilution that can put, my cost basis, as you see my cost basis, if I go over to Webull, sorry, let me do that. So as I go over to Webull, you're going to see that currently, the price is at $8.62, down 36% yesterday and 3.7% today in the pre-market, and things are just continuously dropping. A decent amount of volume is going through, but you're seeing a ton of dilution there, and my 147 shares is worth, the cost basis is $190. So AMC to $500 or AMC to $1,000 seems like it could be a standard price rather than AMC to $100 where it was with the 500 plus million shares that were out there that were outstanding. Now you only have 157 or 158 million shares outstanding, and that's obviously, different and a problem for a lot of people that were looking for AMC to $1,000. So no, the squeeze is not 100% over. Seeing the short interest lower, I know that a lot of that is being hidden, but you probably do have a decent amount of covering as we go through the data that's there, as we go through what's happening with this dilution. So I wouldn't necessarily say it was over, because if it was officially over, you wouldn't see me holding at all. But I understand what AMC, well, that's not true, because I do support AMC either way. I want to support the movie theater chains, and I feel like they're one of the last, big ones to really stay around, and especially around me. I don't want to see AMC collapse and then we have no movie theaters over here, because we just had the Fox Theater bought out by AMC and a lot of people were complaining about it. I just went there. There was no changes to it besides the menu, and it doesn't really look that great, honestly. They closed down for renovations for like a week, and they did absolutely nothing to the location. I don't understand. It still has the Fox symbol on the top or the signage. I feel like they should have changed all that, but doesn't matter. I'm impressed with your dedication to your channel and what keeps me motivated to my channel. Congrats on your 200K, dude. That is pure hard work. I appreciate that. Thank you. Can Jasmy hit $1? Yes, Jasmy can hit $1. The question is, will it hit $1? Jasmy is building in the bear market. Yes, you see things. You see it moving. You see them building new things within that bear market. Absolutely, absolutely. By 2030, Jasmy would probably be $10. Definitely good to buy now. I don't know if I necessarily see that. It depends, right? It depends how high the crypto market is overall, because I can't necessarily say that Jasmy coin is going to be, a top 10 position. I mean, right now I can't really see that because there's so many others that probably fall in those places, in those spots. But you never know. They could develop something that, is absolutely game changing for the crypto market. And then all of a sudden now Jasmy coin is a top 10 project. You never really know, right? Where did Terra Luna come from? It came out of nowhere and, jumped to be worth $40 billion at that point. And same thing with a lot of other positions. It comes out of nowhere. And I wouldn't say Jasmy coin has come out of nowhere. We have a ton of hype behind it. You have some people behind it as well. You have some developing as well, development. So I can't say that it's nowhere right now because it is in the conversation. So I'm hopeful that that could happen, and I will be holding a decent amount for that time period. But as time goes on, I will be taking profit just like any other position. Jasmy or Caspa? I mean, I would pick Jasmy. Caspa is definitely a mover as well. But also in 2030, a burger would probably cost $100. Good follow up. David, I have accumulated 750K Elmo and buy when it dips every time I can. Is this live? I read that already. That was a while ago. We're usually getting our coats in September here in the UK, but not recently. I skipped the first 8 minutes, which is the whole thing, because that's what we do now. I think it might have been a 14-minute video. I don't know. I usually make them around 8 or 9 minutes. Jasmine will forever be a prisoner of Binance. CZ, who owns 25%. CZ or Binance always owns a large portion of a position. And you're not going to be a prisoner of it because you own that much. That just means that you have a lot of volume, a lot of people that want to trade it. They need to have that because people consistently trade it. They even had to consolidate volume from Binance US, right? Because there's too much volume that's happening for Jasmine coin on Binance, right? It's just not enough. So as they see that, they have to purchase more in order to maintain everything that they're trying to do, or maintain the transactions that are going through. So they're not a prisoner because anyone can move their coins from a different place, or from Binance to a different place, or from a different place to Binance. They can move it any which way that they want. So it's not a prisoner, right? If you bought 1 million Jasmy coin, or 1 billion Jasmy coin, and you wanted to move it to a different place, you can. Obviously they wouldn't really like that because they purchased Jasmy coin and you're taking the money off of the exchange, but and Joy Stream, which is like a blockchain YouTube, looks promising. Good morning, Brilliant Concepts. Good morning, Captain Crypto. Good morning, Scorner999. Thank you for watching, all three of you. Thank you for watching on Kick. If you are on Kick right now, feel free to follow. We want to get up to 200 followers. We're continuously trying to, build this. And if you, want to subscribe and support the channel in a bigger way, feel free to subscribe on Kick as well. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. We got 74 people on YouTube and we have 26 likes. So I would love for you guys to hit the like button. My bag's been pumping for weeks and weeks. No bear market here. Love to hear it. Good morning, Matt, and everybody. Texas, between Jasmy and Caspa, I'd pick XRP. What? Bitcoin also came out of nowhere. Everything pretty much just comes out of nowhere. So just be ready, right? Jasmy coin may have a bigger impact than people think. So I'm ready with it, right? I did invest a decent amount, investing about $3,000 or $4,000 total to have the Jasmy coin that I have, which again is my cost basis is 40% of a penny. So once we hit that level, it'll be at $4,000. I want to see it grow to a larger level, Now, again, I still have my exit strategy spreadsheet, where at a penny or more at those levels, I will be taking 300,000. The reason why I will be is because I do see it hitting a penny and then resisting. So I'm going to take 300,000, and then I'm going to put, as it does come back, I'm going to put another 1,000 in there. Maybe it does come back to like, I don't know, 60%, 70% of a penny. And that gives me the freedom, which again, I don't know if anybody wanted to see exactly what my plan will be, my full plan, because it's not just what you see here. It's not just what you see on the screen. Come on, man. I hate when this does that. Go back here and then Control Z. All right, so I hate when, yeah, I hate when that does that. But it's not what you see on this screen, just what you see here to basically gain $1.5 million overall, looking at, the highest point of, $5 and taking $750,000 there. So it's not really just about that, right? And obviously leaving about 50,000 in there for the long term and just letting it grow and do its thing. If that does end up happening, you never really know. It's also about finding places to where you can take profit. The extra that I put in there, the extra 400,000 that I put in there will be a certain amount that I plan on moving around. As we see certain levels that it hits, we know we're going to see resistances, because it doesn't move in a straight line where it's just going to go straight up. It's going to move up and then probably retrace a little bit, up and then retrace a little bit. And I want to be able to play those the right way. So that's what I plan on doing throughout time, and seeing the certain resistance points when it does find a way to decrease from that level. Now, 1 penny, getting to 1 penny is not going to be like the start to the official bull market. But from 1 penny to 5 cents, I believe that's where you will see it start to really gain a huge amount of traction, which again, up to 10 cents would be, a $4 billion or $5 billion market cap. So I definitely see it getting to that point, and that's where you'll start to see that bull market start to happen, right? But getting up to 1 cent, again, is a $500 billion market cap, or $500 million market cap. So yeah, I'm gonna display that and show people exactly what that plan will be. And that's why, it's not just about having a plan of when you're going to sell. It's also about having a plan of maybe when you're going to reinvest and why you're going to sell at those points. Because you can say, oh, I'm going to sell because I want to gain $10,000. Well, do you want to do anything with that $10,000, or are you going to just take it and put it on other investments? Like, what's the plan with that $10,000? So not even a plan of just selling, so an exit strategy plan, but overall plan for Jasmy coin. Guys, come on. We have 83 people here and we have 37 likes. Hey, get us up to 50, get us up to 100 likes. Find a way to hit that like button. If you haven't had a chance to do so, go ahead and do it. Any idea what the fourth quarter Jasmine lockup could be? I've heard it could be around 30%. I've heard various percentages. I've heard 70, I've heard 50, I've heard 30, I've heard 20. But honestly, any type of lockup will be a benefit towards us. So whether it's 10%, it's still going to be a decent amount, right? 10% of that, would be what, 5 billion. That's still a decent amount. So I wouldn't be upset with that at all. Are you going to watch the new show, The Next Crypto Gem? Supposed to start airing today. On what streaming service? They're not going to reject the ETF in 2024 because they need to pump their bags. you're probably right. ETF is the only thing that might save it. Yes, I agree. That might save crypto. ETF decisions are in October. I thought they postponed the decision until 2024. One day, my great grandkids will be like, great granddad was an idiot or a genius with crypto. One of the two, right? I've been holding market makers. I've been told market makers are what's keeping BTC where it is. And if it was purely organic BTC, would be around 5K. Who's telling you that? That is definitely not true. Not with BTC, because from what I understand, market maker volume is what you pay for on those services. There's not every cryptocurrency that's even doing that, right? For things like Shiba Inu, you're not seeing the market maker volume. Someone I trust. You're not seeing market maker volume that's within that play, because you mainly have to purchase for the market maker volume for an exchange to keep your position valuable or up there on there. You're typically paying a portion for that, and you don't have people that are doing that for top tier cryptocurrencies. Usually that's a lower tier cryptocurrency project. I was doing some research on market maker volume, and that's not 100%. Well, yes, exchanges have their own, but it's based on a service for other cryptocurrencies to quote unquote, like, pay for. And when they pay for that service, they pay for a certain amount of volume to kind of say, hey, this price is inflated, or this volume looks way better than what it is. So it's only on certain positions. A lot of lower tier positions actually see that. Not always, or so I'm told. You might be told from someone that wants to maybe justify the market maker volume that they have versus the overall volume that's there. So anyways, I mean, I'm reading into it a lot just to see how much, because it's when I hear things like that, I'm always interested to see like what's real and what's fake. And also, are we looking at real volume overall that may happen for Binance when we look at the top exchanges? Are we looking at a lot of money that's flowing into the crypto market, or is all of it fake? So I'm looking into that, because then that means that the crypto market's not seeing as much volume as we see there, right? And we are seeing that much volume. It's just a lot of the lower tiered cryptocurrencies that are kind of trying to make their way there have this volume that kind of I would say fake volume that will show that they have a certain amount of volume to keep interest, right? So my source is a longtime dev who has worked with people and exchanges. We all know and love. We all know and love. I'm not going to take any guesses. What is going on upstairs? There's there's banging. All this is just bang, bang, bang. Uh, all right, guys, we have 81 people here. If you guys can hit the like button, please do so. We have 50 likes right now, which I appreciate you guys getting me to 50 likes. Means a lot. Ben Armstrong, who was BitBoy, is giving his coin, Ben coin, a major run. Bought at 0.00000001. I haven't seen anything for it. I haven't bought it. I know there were people that were talking about it, but I haven't really looked into it at all. Literally at all. Yeah, FTX artificially pumped the market last time. What are the best health habits to synergize investing in crypto? Sleep, coffee, I don't know what that is, and gym. Oh, like what are the best habits to I don't know. I would say I can't say sleep because I don't get any sleep. Can't say the gym because I don't go to the gym every day or work out every day. Definitely not coffee. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't do any of those things. Oh, no fap. That's what you said. Got you. I didn't know what that was at first because it's all together. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't really. I can't say. That. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Water. Drink water. This he tells me would blow your mind. There's some shady happening in crypto in the back alley. I wouldn't believe everything that you hear, but there's probably a portion of it that's true. So I wouldn't believe absolutely everything. I would listen to what he says or what he or she says. I don't know who this person is. I mean, I do, but I don't. So I would basically listen and then also do any type of research on that. And if you don't find anything, I mean, you probably shouldn't believe 100% of what is said. But there's probably some truth to it. You know him too, Matt. You just don't know. You just don't know you know him. No, I know him. I know who it is. When will you buy any Elmo, Matt? So I have 220. I'm probably not going to be buying any more. I don't think. Maybe I will, but I've had my sights set on Jasmy coin. I now have 1 million, and I'm gonna have my sights set on XRP, and I already have Terra Luna Classic, and I'm not buying any more of that. CRO might be an option. I mean, I just got access to the DeFi wallet again, so I'm happy about that. And I collected. Did I collect my Atom? Better give me my Atom, man. So yeah, I got free Atom. I should have collected 2 from here. I guess I didn't claim those rewards. Claim to wallet. All right, so I should be claiming 2 Atom, but I would have a total of 5 Atom, and right now I have, a total of 5 Atom in my wallet, but I also have like 50 something, or how much? I have 62 Atom staked. So while I'm having that, I have about 19 that I'm gaining. So I believe Atom can definitely rise a lot in price. I think right now it's currently at like $9 or something, um, something like that. But yeah, or sorry, $6 or $7. I'm holding a certain amount that I want to sell when it does reach a certain point, and then also still holding that 60 there. But for Kronos, I'm holding 24 outside of the earning program, 24K or 25K outside of the earning program. And then I have about 60, I should have 60 total, 61K in the earning program. So total, I have about, why can I not do the math? 85, 86. Jasmine is monitoring zone in Binance shady project. No, it's not. Matt, you are in good shape for someone who doesn't go to the gym and has a kid. I have 2 children. But yeah, it's intermittent fasting, by the way. So I feel like I can't say that I do it every day. I do go to the gym, and when I work out, I do work out hard. But I could tell you there's times where I go 2 weeks without even lifting a weight. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that. I think I'm in okay shape. I could be in a little bit better shape, but I know that there are people that are in worse shape that go to the gym more than I do. So I'm sort of lucky there. But yeah, thank you for saying that. That does make me feel better. But I also want to feel like I should be going to the gym. So I want people to be like, you know what? You might be getting a little bit of a chubby cheeks there. I'm like, all right, well, let me go to the gym real quick. So that motivation, like, I know for me, it used to be that I would go to the gym because I wanted to go to the gym and I didn't need motivation at all. And now it's like I need that motivation because I'd rather be streaming, or I'd rather be creating videos, or playing with the kids. So if I have all of those other options, or even just playing golf, which is technically a workout, but I would not as much, not where I want to actually work out. That's just legs and arms and shoulders. But I want to work out core a lot, and I just don't ever make the time. I can't say I don't have the time, because you could literally work out core while you're watching a show. Okay, fine then, Matt. You looking a little big on camera. Go to the gym. Yeah, that's not false. Matt, do you still make as much money from YouTube, or is it below 1K a month now? No, it's above 1K, well above 1K, but it's not as much as it was. Like, I can tell you there were a lot of months where I would make 20 or 15, and I'll tell you that year I paid a lot in taxes, which was actually last year. I paid a lot in taxes, and yeah, that wasn't the best situation. I mean, it was the best situation, but we still spent a lot of money because we had that freedom, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But now we're budgeting a lot more, and I'm really proud of Erica and what she's doing, with budgeting and understanding, saving money in certain areas. Before, we would just be like, let's go here and get this food and spend full price. And then now it's like, well, what deals can we get on those places? If we can't get a deal, we won't eat there. If we can find a way to get a deal, we can. It's ways of saving money, and that's honestly the best way to save money, is to limit expenses, right? Or, like, if you wanted to save more money, a lot of people would be like, just make more money. Well, if you make more money, every dollar that you make, you still have to pay taxes on that money. And depending what type of dollar you make, it may be 30% to 50%, right? So in taxes. But if you save that money, that's money that you already paid taxes on. So that's full dollars that you're saving. So the fact that we got Hayden, I feel like throughout that whole entire time, we could have saved at least 12K in that year by not having Hayden in daycare. And I told Erica, like, I don't know why we need her in daycare. We don't. Like, I can easily watch her. I can easily, take care of the children, but it's just like, I think it was a point to where she has friends, like she wants to have friends and she wants to keep those friends. I was like, those friends are not worth $1,200 a month. I'll tell you that. So, yeah. Matt, you sound really, really smart when it comes to money. Have you paid off a good chunk of your mortgage? We have paid off a good chunk of our mortgage, but I feel like it could have been a lot more. We honestly could have paid off the entire thing within the last year, but we kept, I feel like reading something from DJ Trev is going to be funny. I swear he makes me laugh quite a bit during these streams with all of his jokes. Like, do you just come here? Like, do you just write down jokes? Like, I'm gonna say this the next day. I'm gonna say this the next day. But yeah, when it comes to my mortgage, I feel like we could have paid off the entire thing, but we haven't. Right? There was a decent amount that we ended up paying off, and you always paying off more. Like, if I had to give anybody advice that when it comes to saving money, it would be to pay off, your mortgage faster, which doesn't make sense to some people. They're like, well, that doesn't make sense to me. How am I going to save money in the end? In the next 30 years, how am I going to save money by paying off my mortgage faster? That's giving them more money. No, it's not. It's giving them less money, because with your mortgage, let's say you have a $200,000 mortgage, you're probably going to be paying $150,000 in interest throughout that time period. Most people decide to pay more towards their mortgage after the first 15 years. And if you're paying more after the first 15 years, you are now paying less of the interest. Majority of the interest happens within the first 15, right? If you have a 30-year mortgage, they're going to basically work it out to where, let's say in the beginning, you're paying $600 in interest and $200 in principal or something. Then you're paying $500 in interest and $300 in principal. So it's just continuing to get to a point where it's the halfway point, and now it's going to be let's say 500 and 500, right? Or something like that. Or 400 and 400 is what you're paying in interest and principal, and then you start to get to a point where you're paying more principal than interest in the later half. You should not wait to pay off your mortgage. You should start paying more towards your mortgage right away. Even if it's $20 extra, pay it. So yeah, I've always paid more. I've always paid an extra $200 or $1,000 to the mortgage every month to pay straight towards principal. Because once you do that, you're lowering the interest. Just a word of advice: if you guys have a mortgage, if you're in your first 15 years, pay more. Oscar Ramos is an ambassador for CRO. Are you? I'm not an ambassador. They never reached out to me, or I never reached out to them. But I probably should be. I hear you, but I can tell you everything he has told me was about to happen with particular projects or exchanges has happened. He has a crazy network, and no, it's not whoever you're thinking. Yes, it is. I know who it is. But yeah, I think with that, I always want to think some sort of, like, I don't know, negativity towards anything that has something. I don't really know how to put this. I want to think the negative side. I want to play devil's advocate in every scenario, because I want to make sure that you cover all your bases. Because obviously, if everything played out that this person told you, then you would just tell them to tell you about certain positions and make a ton of money from those positions, on what's happening with those plays and what he sees or she sees, in those plays. So it's always great to have some knowledge of what's happening in the markets, and maybe you're 100% right. Maybe 90% of the stuff that person tells you or you talk about does happen and is true, but you still have 10%, and maybe it's 20%. So I'll play devil's advocate here. I will research intermittent fasting. You look healthy. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I mean, I look at it this way, right? And a lot of people say that when they're talking about intermittent fasting, right? Sorry, I was reading something. Where was I getting at? Yeah, when it comes to intermittent fasting, a lot of people will say this, and they kind of compare it to like what cavemen used to do, right? Cavemen would go days without eating. And the thing that it does for me, right? I would definitely say that I feel as though when I do work out, I access fat a lot easier, a lot better, right? Because the fat is stored in a certain area, and you can access that area by seeing where the fat is going to be stored. As you have your fasting hours, you're going to see where your body is trying to store a lot of that, the fat, the nutrients, all of that stuff. They're trying to store it in a certain area. And for me, it may be a lower stomach. And as you access core, you know that that's where it's going to. It's not going to, maybe your thighs, or it's not going to your, majority of your stomach. It's not going to your cheeks, right? It's not going to your neck or anything there. You know where it is. So you can access that place that stores the fat a lot easier. So whether it is your thighs, or it is your stomach, or it is your butt, right? You can access that a lot easier. So that's one thing that it does for me, as well as, and I don't mean to just get into a spiel of intermittent fasting, but as well as not letting me overeat. Like, you would think that when you're kind of starving, or when you don't have any food in your system for 16 hours or 15 hours or whatever your fasting period is, you would feel like once you get to a point to eat, you would just gobble up everything. But that's not the case. If you ever are starving, right? If you've ever seen anybody that's starving, it hurts to eat too much food. And, as you start eating, you have to eat slowly. You have to take your time. It makes you not want to eat as much, but, when you're eating that meal, but you can eat over time. So for my meal, I may have like 300 calories or something, right? Or something like that, maybe even less. And then as I get into like my snacks that I have, that may be like the same amount of calories as my meal, just because I'm trying to fill the gap that I had. It might be 400 calories that I need. So I don't know. It just makes me feel better about eating. Now, there is still an issue if you wanted to eat, McDonald's every day. That's probably not gonna be good for your pockets or good for your health. But that's what I see. I see a lot of benefits in intermittent fasting, and that's why I continue to go back to it. Matt, you sound good explanation. Thank you. He told me you were going to have a new lineup this morning. So I actually don't have a new lineup this morning. I've had the same lineup since I don't know, Thursday of last week. Yeah, Thursday of last week. So a full week. So you're pretty much convinced SHIB is a total scam. SHIB is not a total scam. Let me make that clear. SHIB is not a total scam. I think SHIB is still a play that's supported by people, right? I've never said that SHIB is a scam. I said that the hype for SHIB might be over. And the reason being for that is because people can't disconnect from, if you're a SHIB investor, you can't disconnect from the Bone ecosystem devs. They're tied together, and it's a problem. No matter what we see here, there's people that support what they are doing, even though it does not make sense why they would support it, because they're not doing anything for Shiba Inu. And then it comes to where people are like, hey, you're just FUDing SHIB, you're just FUDing SHIB. No, I care about SHIB. I am invested in SHIB, and I still believe in Shiba Inu. I don't believe in this ecosystem dev team that has promised us so many different things and has not delivered on any of them. Like, that's what I don't believe in, and what I do believe in, right? I like Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is not a scam at all. Any news about the fourth quarter lockup? No new news. I work 14 hours and I sleep 4. I eat when I can. I work on that project. The life of success is hard, but never give up. Someday I'm sure that all will end with this hardness on me. Kids are arguing upstairs. 4 hours of sleep. I need at least 10 hours of sleep just to function. Yeah, I need at least 5 or 6. A lot of days I get like 7. So I function pretty well by doing that. How do we get people to stop confusing Shibarium devs with SHIB? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to figure that whole thing out, but I really don't know the answer to that. Your opinion on Bone at the current price? Where is Bone? Let's see. Bone being at 98 cents. I mean, my opinion on it was that if Shibarium has a major impact on SHIB, then you will see a major impact on Bone. However, if you're not seeing that major impact on SHIB, Bone is not worth it to a lot of people. There's other layer 2 solutions to where you can trade, cryptocurrencies and for a cheaper price and do everything that Shibarium is doing. There's no reason to invest into Bone if it's not supporting the largest, in my opinion, the largest meme project that's not necessarily a meme out here, right? The most popular project in 2021. I don't know about 2022 and 2023, but the most popular project in 2021, and a very, very popular project within the crypto market now, with 1.3 million holders within it. Like, you want to support that. However, they don't want to support it. So my overall thought process for Bone is that, I mean, it could be better, and I don't know if it will get better. Volume may continuously go down. Have not bought any Bone yet, but I know the price is looking pretty tasty to some people because it's at $1 or less than $1, when the price has gotten up to $1.75 at one point. It could be to the point where this does find a way to come back to like 50 cents, and then you might find an opportunity. Because if we look at the last 7 days, it's been nothing but dropping. We look at the last month, it's done nothing but drop. You saw it up to a level of $1.45, but it's done nothing but drop here. So it's not looking great. You do have peaks and valleys where you see a low of like 70 cents multiple times. So I would probably wait until you get to that point, and then maybe you could see a comeback just for a quick investment, but not for an overall a long-term gain or anything. Intermittent fasting will activate. What is that? I'm so hungry. It's getting there. It's early in the morning. The only problem is that when you have a certain like you have a certain schedule that you're on and you eat too early and then you don't eat anything after that, that's where it ends up getting difficult. And yesterday was one of those days where I literally ate at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I had like a snack at like 8, and then from 8 to 10 I didn't eat anything, and then now I'm or from 8 o'clock until now, so about 12 hours, I didn't eat anything. But the crazy thing is that's not my period, so that's not my 14-hour period or something like that. So yeah, I eat for 10 hours and then I fast for 14. I know some people do it for 8 and 16. I do it for 10 and 4, just to not get in the way of any meal that we would have. Now, when I was on vacation, I believe we ate breakfast like one day. But most of the days I wouldn't eat breakfast. The kids would eat breakfast, and Erica would eat breakfast, and I just don't. I feel like breakfast is like the most useless meal of the day. That's not fasting. Sorry, are you hearing me? Is everybody hearing me? Um, you're saying that you've been intermittent fasting from the time you go to sleep to the time you wake up. That's like 8 hours or so. So it's not going to, if you're actually, or unless you're making a joke, try it. Try it one of these weeks. It may be weird, and you may be like, oh, I can't function by not eating breakfast. Like, I'm telling you, you can, and it feels good during the day. No sound. I have sound. I can see it. Well, sometimes it shows. Oh, another thing before I get off of here, because I'm going to go to Kick only. So if you guys want to join me on Kick, feel free to use the link in the chat. But yeah, I'm going to go to Kick for the next 30 minutes. But I wanted to show you guys this, right here. Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? Hopefully you guys can see it, because I know it's kind of glary. But that's me. And I got Emmy right there, and I got a camera, and I got a bag. So I made my own Funko Pop. No, seriously, I do intermittent fasting. It gets easier the more you do it. 100%. That's very, very true. The first time you do it, it may feel like you're super hungry, and that you can't get through it. But just drink water, and you'll get through it. And then afterwards, you'll start to feel really good. Like, even if you don't choose to work out. But if you do choose to work out, you'll notice you'll get in shape a lot quicker, because all you have to do is notice where the fat is stored, and then you attack that fat. So whether it's your legs, or whether it's your lower stomach or whatever, you go and access that, and you'll be able to attack that a lot easier and lose fat a lot quicker. I'm currently doing a 7-day water fast. My friend is on day 6 and down 17 pounds. Like, as in, wait, not drinking water or just drinking water? Sorry, I'm a little confused as to. I really like your idea on Jasmy coin. I myself have a lot. What do you think about this token? Blocktopia? Block? I don't know. I would go through it. If you want me to go through it, make sure you go over to Kick, because I'm going to go straight over to Kick right now. I really don't have a lot of time. I got to get to Hayden's preschool orientation. So that should be fun. But if you guys want to join me over on Kick, feel free to go over there. The link is in the chat, or if you want to search my Kick name, just Matthew_Perry. So feel free to join me over on that platform. Again, the link is at the top of the chat. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, all of the moderators, all of the members, all of the subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to jump over to Kick. So I'll catch you guys on YouTube later today. See ya.